Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how you can set up and create a course with Clickfunnels. If you do not already have a Clickfunnels account, I will leave my affiliate link in the description where you can go ahead and sign up for a 14-day free trial. And with that out of the way, let's jump right in. So if this is your first time using Clickfunnels, you probably will not see this courses tab over here on the left hand side. So if you don't see this, what you want to do is just go to apps right here and click on add an app. So we can click on this, and then I think it should be in this area right here. It will either be in this area or in this area. You should see the courses section. So all you have to do is click in and then click on add app right here. Once you add the app, you should be taken over to the courses area right here. So we want to click on go to courses, and that is going to take us over to this screen. So all we need to do is click on create course, and then we can choose if we want to create a simple one module course, a drip course that's going to allow us to drip content to people in certain amount of time. So if you want to set your course up as like a weekly course where you have week 1 and then you have lessons, and then week 2 people cannot unlock until the second week, and then week 3 people can't unlock until the third week. If you want to set it up that way, then you can go for a drip course. But the most common, just a regular standard course where people can go through at their own pace, you can add as many modules as you would like to add. That's going to be in this custom section. So we can select custom and then go next step. And then in here, we can now go through and add the course image, the title, and the description. So if we want to use AI with any of this, we can also use the AI tool. So in this example, I'm just going to call this Instagram Growth Mastery. Then we can go down, and I'm actually going to use AI to create this description. So we can click on AI, and then the Clickfunnels AI bot is going to pop up. So instead of just clicking on write course description, in my opinion, this is just going to be way too broad. I'm instead going to go to the chatbot right here, and I'm going to say, create me a course description for my Instagram Growth Mastery course that shows people how to grow and monetize their Instagram following. So in here, all we have to do is tell it what the course is and what the course is about. And then in just a few seconds, the AI is going to come back and give us this beautiful description. So we can go ahead and copy this, or of course you can write out your own course description. And then in here, we need a course image. So if you already have a course image, we can click into select image and upload this. Or alternatively, if you need to create a course image, the platform that I recommend is called Canva. I will leave a link to Canva in the description, and we can come over here and create a design. And I usually like to go for a YouTube thumbnail size. Now, we don't need to design this entire thing ourselves, because over here in the design area, you can see we have all of these designs that are already created. So we just go up here, and I might type in something like Instagram. And really, these aren't the best. So I might go up here and I might try course instead. And this is a lot better. So maybe we would want to go with this one. And then instead of design, I'm going to say Instagram. We can go in and edit this. And then it looks like that text is way too big. So I'm just going to highlight this. And then we can really make this a lot smaller. Let's try like 300, maybe 250. Okay, perfect. Then we can just go in and drop this behind. Then I'm going to double click into this area and just say growth. We can extend this a little bit. And then here, mastery. Then I'm going to add my name in this bottom corner. And then if you want to edit this image in the middle and add your own image, we can just delete this. Upload your own image from your computer. So let's say that I want to go with this one right here. We can go in and remove the background. And just like that, we now have this. And this looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to add some finishing touches to this and maybe make this a little bit bigger, just like that. We can extend this again, go in and bring this to the front, and perfect. I now have my cover image. So we can go up and we can save this from Canva just like this. Then we can go back to Clickfunnels, upload the image that we just created right there. There it is. We can just drop this in and I can select this, and perfect. We now have that added. So we can then go to the next step right here. Apparently this description is too long, even though it was written by AI. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, then go back to AI right here. And I'm going to say, make this less than 250 characters. Then I'm going to go in and paste what I said. There we go. This is a lot better. I should have done that to start with, but oh well. So now we can go next step, and we'll close the AI down again. And it's now going to create the base template of the course for us. It's not going to add any content or anything like that. We need to go through and do this ourselves. So we'll just give this a few more seconds until this is loaded in. And then perfect. We now have access to the course. So in here, we can go through and we can start adding in the modules and lessons. So we just click on add new module, and then we can add the first module in here. So parent modules, I will touch more on these in a second, but let's just title this first module. So I'm going to call this module 1, welcome to the course. We can then add a description to this and say what you will learn. And then once again, if we want to add a module image, we can add that right here. So we might go back to Canva, we might recreate this, but in this example, I don't want to go through and create this again. So I'm just going to grab a random image from Canva right here, just to show you as an example how this is going to look. So once that has downloaded, we can once again go ahead and add this in. And we now have that module image. So we can click on create module, and just like that, we now have module 1. But right now, this is an empty module. So we need to go in and actually add the lessons to this. So we can go right here where it says empty, add content. We click here and we can choose whether we want to add a lesson or whether we want to add a submodule. So we want to add a lesson to start off with. We can click add lesson. And then in here, we could title this lesson 1, welcome. And then we click create lesson. And once this is created, we can now go in, click into lesson 1 right here. And this is where we are going to upload the video, the audio, whatever you want to include in this lesson. And we do this all on this left-hand side. Seems pretty strange. You would assume we would set this all up here. We would add the video, but that's not how we do this on Clickfunnels. So what we would do is, I assume if you're creating a course, we want to add some video lessons into here. So we just go to video right here. We can select a video and then we choose the video that we would like to upload. So we go upload video, and then I'm just going to grab one of my pieces of YouTube content. Let's grab a short one, like 5 minutes, perfect. And then once this video is uploaded right here, we can just select this, and that is now going to be added in. We can then go in and add a lesson description right here. So we can just say maybe, thanks for purchasing for this welcome lesson. And then we can go down, choose a lesson image and set this up. And what I would recommend is if I just save this right here, when your students go throughout this course, they will be able to see all of the lesson images. So what I recommend to do, and what I do when I'm creating a course on Clickfunnels, is I will find the initial video. So it's this video right here. And then I would just take a screenshot at a random moment. Because if you don't, then it's just going to be blank, right? And it doesn't look very good. So we can just call this like image 1. Just like this. And then we want to upload this screenshot of the lesson to Clickfunnels right here. And we can have this as the lesson image. So we can add this, and that is now added in. And then for this section right here, this is what is going to show up underneath the video. So if I just show you how this is going to look now, we will save and reload, and then we can close. And if we just set this to publish, we will publish both of these right here. We can go through and view this, and this is how the course is going to look. So we have lesson 1, and the reason this video isn't loading in right now is just because this is a brand new upload. It will usually take about 10 minutes to get everything set up. So don't worry, this is not what your students will see, but we have the video right here. And then this big blank section underneath, this is this area in the lessons tab. This right here is this big blank area underneath. So what we can do is we can go in and add a new section. And then rather than having any of these are better for funnels, like that's what they are created for. If you do add something under, you don't have to, but I just recommend adding a blank section. And in here, we just want to go through and add some text. So we could add right here, and we could click in and we could say keynotes from the lesson, just like that. And then we want to add an element underneath. We can then go in and add a paragraph. And then in here, we could go through and go for like 1, 2, you get the idea. And then once we save the changes right here, and we go ahead and refresh this, you can see that that is now added in. So that is completely optional, whether you just want to have a video right here or whether you want to add things like keynote. You can choose whether you want to add them in. And then from here, we can just back out. If we want to add new content, we can add a lesson right here. We could then call this lesson 2, what you will learn. Create the lesson, and that's now going to be added in. Then we go in and customize this in the exact same way. We can then go to add content right here. We can add a second module. So we can say module 2, Instagram basics, add the description, add the image. You get the idea right now. Then the last thing I want to show you in this area is submodules. So what we can do is we can add a submodule. I don't really recommend this. I don't personally use them, but you can if you like. We can essentially choose the parent module up here. So the module this is contained within. So let's go module 2. Then we could call this like module 2.1. Maybe Instagram algorithm basics. We could set that up right there. And that could be our first submodule. We can add that in. And then we can go through and we can add content to this submodule. So we have kind of like a module within a module. Then we could add a second module right here. Call this module 2.2. Monetization basics. You get the idea. We could set that up right there. And that's how we can actually create the course. Then from here, we can go across to members. And this is going to show you all of the members that are currently in your course. Of course, because I just set this up, it's only going to be me. We can then go to access right here. And you can choose if you want to allow access to this course through other product purchases. I'm not going to go into great detail with this, but what you could do is you could set up a community. And then we could add the product of the community into here. And you could sell these both as a package. But that's not really relating to courses specifically. So I'm not going to really spend time on this. Then finally, we can go over to customization right here. You can turn this on. And then essentially we can go in and we can change and customize the current theme that we have right here. If you want a different look to your course homepage. So if as an example, I choose to go with this, we can install this and proceed. And it's going to go ahead and import this new theme. And then once that has been added, this is the current theme that we have. So if I go over to preview this once again, you will notice that the theme is going to be entirely different. And it's the new theme that I set up. So we can see module 1 right here, we can click in. Then we could click into lesson 1 right here. And the entire module, the entire screen is going to be laid out differently, depending on the theme that you have. If you're also wondering, if I just click back in, if you're wondering about this logo and how do we customize any of this, then all we would do is go back, click on customize right here, and then we can go in and change all of this. So once this fully loads in, we can go to the header, for example, click in, and then we edit this block. We can then click in and change the element right here. So we can click into the logo. This is the current image. So we can click in and change this. And this is a little bit more advanced. I recommend if you just want to start out and you don't really want to be watching a lot of Clickfunnels tutorials and how to actually edit this customization area, it's not super important. The people have already bought your course. Just stick with the regular, the main theme. Don't mess around with this advanced customization. But then once this is all set up, just make sure all of the modules and lessons are published right here. This is published as well. And then what we can do is actually create a product around this. Because right now we have the course. If I go to this link and I paste this in, we have the course. We can send people to the course, but we don't yet have a way for them to pay for it and to buy it. So the way that we set this up is we want to go over to products on this left-hand side and then go to all products right here. Then I have a few products that I was messing around with earlier, but essentially what we would do is go to create product right here, and then we can choose if the product is digital or physical. So of course we would select digital if we are selling a course. Then we can go in and choose the product name. So once again, let's call this Instagram Growth Mastery. And we can add a description right here, but I'm just going to leave this because this is just an example. We can then go through and set up the price for this. So we can set up multiple price points if you want to add like maybe a one-time fee of $1997. And then later on, we can add payment plans as well. So let's just set this to $1997. We can set the price right here. And then in this area, before we do anything else, we want to go down and we see purchase actions. We need to link the course that we just created. So we go to course access, click on plus, then we can add the course that we just created and click on save. And that's now going to be added in. So then all that's left to do is just go up here and add things like the images. So I can go in and grab the image that I selected earlier, which is this one. So we can grab this and select this, add a description. And then if you want to add different pricing, we can go to the pricing area right here. add price, and I'm going to do a payment plan as well. So people can either get in for $2,000 or they can pay $600, and we can go for 4 times. Amount of payments is 4. Charge the customer every 3 months. Then we can name this. So let's just call this payment plan. We have a few other options that we can mess around with, but I don't really recommend this. We can click on save. And just like that, these 2 prices are now added. In terms of inventory and shipping, just ignore all of this like variants. This is more for physical products, so we don't need this. Just click on update product right here. And just like that, we now have this set up so you can actually sell this. So if I just go back to my products right here, we of course want to make the visibility not hidden. So let's go into edit and we can show this on the online store just as an example and update this. Then we can go down to SEO and sharing. And this is going to be the link for your course right here. And if we go ahead and paste this in, this is how it is going to look. So awesome, we would obviously have a description down here, but people can go through, they can pay for your course, and they can get that all set up right there. You might also want to take this a step further and set up a fully functional sales funnel with an opt-in page, a sales page, everything that you need in order to sell this in the best way. And if you would like to learn how to set that up, I will leave a link to a video that I created showing you exactly how to set up a funnel with Clickfunnels, and I will leave that in the description. But that is how you can create a course with Clickfunnels. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.